They look at the hair, they look at the cockiness, they look at the lifestyle and how he lives and all that stuff. It's like, guys, you may not like him, but you cannot deny this kid is highly skilled. Sorry, Ben.
Sean O'Malley. Now that is a name that everyone knows. But I do want to talk about Sean O'Malley, as he is our 135 champ, and he is a champ that can reign for a very long time. He does have a fight coming up with Merab, currently making this video, but I do think he gets past Merab very easily. But however, I just want to talk about O'Malley in general, starting off with his Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series fight, where Sean O'Malley was really put on the map. Now, was it because of how entertaining Snoop Dogg and Uriah Faber is? Yes, and we need to have more of those guest commentaries on Tuesday nights. I love Laura Sanko. I think she's one of the best commentators in the UFC, but I do enjoy having a little bit of fun on something like a Tuesday Night Contender Series, and Snoop Dogg showed why you can have a guy like Snoop Dogg in and create a star, because with that voice memo of O'Malley that Snoop Dogg kept saying, a superstar was born in Sean O'Malley after he knocks out Alfred Kazakhstan in a beautiful pullback 2 that got him the UFC contract, and he stated that it's the Sugar Show. Sean O'Malley was projected to go so far in the 135 division, just given his style and the way he acted and the videos he would put out. He beat Tyrion Ware in a very, I guess, not a really good fight in terms of how good O'Malley is nowadays. O'Malley was a very flashy young fighter, and he would throw a lot. He would throw a lot of bullshit. He would throw a lot of fancy stuff, and later down the line, you would see him hone in these skills to really be the fighter that he is today. But against Andre Sukumtat and Tyrion Ware, you saw an O'Malley that was a little immature, a little less of a fight IQ. And then you have really bad news coming from O'Malley as he tests positive for a banned substance, putting him on the shelf for 2 years. And then we have the COVID years, where I feel like O'Malley really did get his stock. This is where O'Malley got his name, in my opinion, where everyone kind of noticed that he's not just a superstar. This guy is very talented, and he proved that against Eddie Wineland. The trap that he made of the uppercut, the feint uppercut to a cross, putting Eddie Wineland out, and it's exactly what DC said right before the knockout. That in and out movement that O'Malley does do really stifles some guys. I think O'Malley is the best when it comes to being so elusive and loose on the feet to then plant and throw power shots. He did that perfectly against Eddie Wineland, where he was so quick yet so out of the way of Eddie Wineland, but was landing with such conviction and such damage that it just put Eddie Wineland away so quickly. And I feel like this knockout, this highlight reel knockout, proved how good O'Malley was and how much of a danger he could be in this division. And then the Cheeto loss, or the Cheeto fluke, according to O'Malley. O'Malley will never claim this loss, as he got something called drop foot. Drop foot is a very rare thing to happen. It is a little bit less rare because I'm seeing it so much more nowadays, where you hit the perennial nerve that's right behind the knee, and a lot of times the big toe, if you back up a little bit and that big toe hits that nerve, your foot literally just goes numb. It goes weak. And then O'Malley goes on a 3-fight winning streak, which it was a little bit weird. He didn't fight the greatest competition. He fought Thomas Almeida, who was great way back when, but at the time he was on a losing streak. He wasn't looking great. He fought Chris Moutinho, a guy that was a very last minute replacement, showed how fucking insane his chin is, because O'Malley lands 230 punches to Chris Moutinho, who ate all of it. It was actually amazing how amazing his chin is. And then he fought Julian Paiva. Now, Paiva was someone that was a little bit more of a test, as Paiva was in that top 15 to 20 range in that bantamweight division. But O'Malley once again puts on a show and completely decimates these three guys, making O'Malley just, his stock looked way bigger. And then he fights his first, I think, real contender in Pedro Munoz. Now, I know Pedro Munoz is a little bit more of a gatekeeper, but Pedro Munoz is the guy to decide if you are an elite bantamweight, or are you just a guy that, on his day looks great, but not against the best. And Pedro Munoz versus Sean O'Malley was a little bit awkward. Nothing really happened in the fight until eventually an eye poke landed on Chris Moutinho, and it scratched his cornea. That is wonderful. Those UFC gloves need to change, and not the new ones, because those I think are worse. But it did cause a no contest in the Sean O'Malley career, which kind of halted once again the hype train of O'Malley. But this time it was a hype train that was going to the title, not even a hype train for a contender. Everyone was looking at O'Malley at this point and was thinking, how would he go against these top level guys? And against Pedro Munoz, although he didn't land anything clean, Pedro Munoz didn't land anything clean either. I mean, this was a fight where O'Malley was really controlling this range, and this void of O'Malley, to get to O'Malley's legs or to get to O'Malley in general, you have to get through the long arms and the long limbs of O'Malley, while also O'Malley being just 10 times faster than you. It is a style that is so difficult, because if you want to get to his legs, you're gonna have to get through that void, that window where O'Malley can hit you while you are trying to hit him. And it's a lot easier for O'Malley to hit you than for you to hit him. But then O'Malley fights Petr Yan, and that really decided whether or not O'Malley was going to be a possible contender to a champion one day, as he beats a split decision. As personally, when I watched it at the first time and the second time, I really thought Yan won this. I thought he won 2 rounds to 1, but this fight also proved how good O'Malley is. Even if he won or lost this fight, the respect for O'Malley, I think, changed as everyone actually started to realize that this is not just a superstar. This is not just a guy that's funny. This is a guy that can really contend for this. This is a guy that can actually be a champion one day. And this fight against Yan showed that. And then you have the title fight. You have Sean O'Malley beating Aljamain Sterling. Now, before the fight, everyone still had questions on O'Malley. I feel like O'Malley is one of the more questioned fighters we have ever seen, as it's hard to take him serious. Now, I understand, how could you say that? Look at his fighting. But when you see the hair, you see the way he talks, you see the stuff on Instagram, you see the wacky videos, it's hard to sit here and tell you that this guy is a 135 champion and one of the best fighters in the world. But once again, O'Malley proves everyone wrong, as in the first round, he stuffed Aljamain's takedowns, although lost the round, but was just getting held on and wasn't really getting much. Aljamain wasn't getting much in that first round. It was Aljamain's round, but it's not like Aljamain fucking whooped his ass. No, he didn't do anything in that round. But in the second, as O'Malley said, what did the judges score in that second round? They scored his fucking hand. They scored that cross that went straight down the pipe, and Aljamain went sleeping. Sean O'Malley, in spectacular fashion, just like his whole entire career, beats Aljamain Sterling for that 135 belt. And now you have a new king, and a lot of people didn't really like him. People say that O'Malley was given this title shot. O'Malley was given the Petr Yan fight. And if you do see the jump, if you look at the career trajectory of O'Malley, he kind of jumped from like 13 in Pedro Munoz to number 1 in Petr Yan. He missed out on guys like Corey Sandhagen, guys like Song Yadong, Chito Vera once again. And it was a little bit of a question of why O'Malley is getting a title fight against Aljamain. Although he did beat Yan, it felt like he needed one more. It felt like he needed another thing, especially after he was given the Yan fight because of how big the jump was. But O'Malley once again proving everyone wrong and proving everyone why he is just such a talented fighter. I can't stress enough the weapons that he brings out and the speed that he brings these weapons out in. It's hard to read O'Malley. He is so elusive. He is so loose in his footwork, and then he plants and throws, and he's so much quicker than you. Now, Dana White said it perfectly. Sean O'Malley is that thing. He's looking for guys who can put on entertainment, who can put on performances, and that's what Sean O'Malley does. And I think that is the perfect way to end this video. Just looking at Sean O'Malley and looking at his possible next opponents, this is a very stacked 135 division. But with the guys that are at the top, there's only one way they beat them, and that's holding O'Malley down. That is getting the wrestling.